John Piper with the weekend video clip, and Saturday the 12th of October. Starting with silver this morning. We saw this clear 5-wave advance. This is a 1 of 3 in my belief, followed by a clear A, B, C. It took us down below the 50% level, just about. Now that could be a complete correction, but I'm beginning to wonder whether it's actually just part of a correction, because the action we've seen since is pretty sort of feeble really. It looks like an ABC more than the 1, 2, 1, 2. In terms of price, we've done all we need to do. In terms of time, maybe a bit subnormal. This lasted from May through till September. That's about 4 months. So it's still 4 months. And this is just a couple of months really. So, in fact, less than that, I think. So the certainly possibility. I mean, that's actually quite a reasonable time relationship, but it also allows for an increase. It wouldn't be hugely improper to see another leg down, I think. Let's have a look at the actual correction itself. So I've just redone that. This actually is only a month long, the correction. So we had the actual peak came in on around the 4th of September. This low here was around the 30th of September, so less than a month in fact. So yeah, another leg down would be, in terms of time, would certainly make the relationship better. So let's have a look at the correction. Okay, so that's the bottom of 2. Sorry, what I'm calling the ABC, it may be complete 2. We've got 5 waves up there, ABC there, so that looked quite promising. 5 waves again, but a much deeper correction here, which is... Actually, the move here is fairly messy too. I mean, there are potentially 5 waves down, but that's not really a 5. It could be a 1, 2, 3, well, 3 to there really, that's not a 5. And there's sharp ABC to there. So I guess more like an ABC than a B perhaps. So this could be, this could easily continue down, I think. I think there's a fair likelihood we're going to see a new lows here, but it doesn't threaten the overall pattern that we're in an uptrend and just looking for the low to be formed. Well, gold is similar. I mean, the low came in down here, 5 waves up, nice and clear ABC down, corrective B, now a 5-part C. That's looking pretty good for lows in on gold. And if it's in gold, it may well be on silver. So I think this is another buying opportunity at the moment. A bit messy, but often is a bit messy to start with. But that's certainly something I'd look at as a buy. I'm not issuing a big call yet until we have some confirmation. So this is up to your own trading parameters, methods, etc. But obviously, pretty clear stop below this spike down to 1473. Bitcoin, again, a bit like silver really. We've got pretty clear 1 here, 5-part 1, extended ABC 2, 5 waves up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So the question is this correction complete, or is it a correction or whatever? Well, at the moment this pattern can go either way. I mean, this could be an A, a B, and a C, and this could be some kind of 5th wave down. We'll look at that in a minute. There's a pattern on the correction that does allow for that. Or it's, as I've labelled, a 1, 2, a 1 of 3, a 2 of 3, which may have another leg to come, so maybe like that, and then the 3rd wave thrust to clear the picture. So I think basically the parameters are any move back above here around 8.8, new highs, would suggest that the low is in and the uptrend is with us. Any break below 7,760, or the low down here around a little bit lower down, 7,690 or thereabouts, would suggest that we're actually going to see another decline with support around 7,273. Let's have a look at the longer term. Now, as soon as we go lower, we have a clear ABC here off the top, ABC A wave, ABC B wave. Okay, this is another ABC, wave A of C, wave B of C, and then we have this possible 1, 2, 3, this would become a 4, and then a 5th wave to complete that pattern. So that is the parameters, so that would mean a take out of that level there, and we've got support at 7,273. think 7.2 is a Fibonacci 61.8% level, so that's one area of support. So you got the Fibonacci level there, that's 7.2. Okay, so that sums it up really. As I say, the key levels are as I just set out, involving either break to new lows. But actually, I mean, it's not that much further lower down, but it might just finally turn us into a bear consensus and lead to the, allow the rally to continue. Whereas a break to new highs would clarify that the lows in, and that it's onwards and upwards to 20,000 plus. Alright, FTSE, so we've got 5 off the top, discuss that. A, B, C, close to 61.8% level. We then got pretty clearly impulsive decline down to there, followed by what looks like an A, a B, and perhaps a C in formation. This may not be over yet. The October expiry comes next Friday, so just 6 days away now, with the following Monday being perhaps critical. So again, we do have the scope for a completion of an ABC, maybe up to here, and then the start of a third. So as far as FTSE is concerned, there was a possibility, and that's all it is, a possibility, that we may see something pretty dramatic later this month. But the negatives pertain for the time being. Right, the DAX made new highs during the week, yesterday in fact, very strong rally. A very confused count really. I mean, say that's a 1 just for an argument. It's going to be an ABC correction with a 5 waves down there. This could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, although I think it overlaps with this wave 1, which doesn't really count. It's a pretty hard count this. And then we blipped up with a possible 5. So if this is a 5, then we're due a correction, but you'd expect to be corrective at this point. So it's wide open really at the moment on this chart. Let's have a look in a bit more detail. Well, the 15-minute chart does show this spike, that's about all really. There's no real reason to think that's going to be necessarily a sell-off, but we'll wait to see till next week. Now, finally the Dow, a little bit clearer I suppose, but not hugely. Clearly impulsive, looks very corrective, bit of a mess, but accelerating there. We have an ABC here at the moment, with a pretty strong reversal yesterday. It's actually, this chart's quite interesting in the sense that, I've gone to blue now, never mind. It's a 5-minute chart, so you'll notice that at 3 o'clock, just after 3 o'clock, the Dow was just near 27,000, 26,970 or thereabouts. It fell 200 points in about 10 minutes, I think, no, a bit more than that. These are 5-minute bars, so yeah, quite a lot more than that, about an hour. But some very solid spikes, in within a 5-minute bar. 100 points or so. I think that's more, isn't it? 27. Point being that really, if you're trading this sort of market on a shorter term basis, you've really got to be glued to the screen, sort of minute by minute. So it's something that most people will find hard to do, having other things they may either had to do, a job or something, or may prefer to do, and spend time with their family, whatever it might be. Because this is an extremely volatile market. So we have a failed higher high, we have a leg down here, possible ABC, but it is just so volatile that, I sort of do these videos currently in the sequence of the markets I consider the easiest to trade, so silver, gold. I then look at Bitcoin, which is arguably perhaps easier than the equities, but it depends on how it's feeling. It's certainly also very volatile. And then go to the equities, which I think are the most difficult markets to trade. That's my perception. So certainly the Dow is, these 200-point swings are going to, unless you actually get in at the high or the low, which is hard to do, you'll probably get stopped out at some point. So all you can really do is short-term trade it, that's something that is a highly time-consuming business, really. Anyway, it's still possible we might go down to the October expiry. FTSE does have a fairly clear pattern. The DAX doesn't anymore, and the Dow is unclear, basically. Anyway, I hope you found it interesting. Back to the report on Tuesday for subscribers. I think the next 2 weeks will be a very interesting period for the markets. We'll see how it all turns out. Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.